So, good morning, all of you. So, here we are going to deal with the absorption frequencies of the carbonyl compounds, and in that, the first is your anhydrides RC double bond O, OC double bond O R, that is the anhydride. The two carbonyl groups are present here, and the carbonyl group will show the absorption at a very higher frequency at around 17. So the carbonyl group in anhydrides will show the stretching frequency around 1740 to 1850 reciprocal centimeter. In the overall region, if you see all these carbonyl compounds, they will show the absorption in the range that is 1540 reciprocal centimeter to 1850 reciprocal centimeter. And so why these changes are there, that we will see it here. So here the carbonyl group will show this. Along with that, you will get the CO stretching frequency, that is around 1100 to 1200 reciprocal centimeter, or 1300 reciprocal centimeter. Here the oxygen is electronegative, so it withdraws the electron density here. Here the carbonyl groups are also electron withdrawing, so they exert the effect on each other, and that's why shows the absorption towards a very higher frequency. Apart from that, in aldehydes, if you just see aldehydes, or we can just go to the acid halides. In acid halides, so the second one is your acid halide, that is RCOX, that is acid halides. In the acid halides, whatever the absorption frequencies we are going to get, that is of the carbonyl group, and this will be around your 1770 to 1810 reciprocal centimeter, because halogen is the electronegative atom and which withdraws the electron density and makes the carbon oxygen bond more stronger. It makes it more stronger, and so needs high energy for absorption, which is supplied by the higher frequency, and shifts the absorption towards very higher frequency. Then along with that, you will get the CX stretch bending, CH bending, and CH bending, this stretching frequency or this absorption at a bending vibration, if it is chlorine, it will be between 1730 to 550 reciprocal centimeter in acid halides. Then is your ester, that is RC double bond O O R dash. In esters, what is the main thing that we are supposed to see? That in esters, the carbonyl stretching frequency, that is the CO, this stretching frequency, a strong peak in the range of 1750 to 1735 reciprocal centimeter, or 1740 reciprocal centimeter will be seen, because oxygen is electronegative, will withdraw the electron density, and the bond will become more stronger, but it is less stronger than the CX bond. It is less stronger than the CX bond of the acid halides, and that's why the absorption shifts towards the lower frequency, that is 1750 to 1735 reciprocal centimeter in ester. And if there is a presence of conjugation, if this carbonyl group is in conjugation, will shift absorption to lower frequency, and this lower frequency will be around 1710 to 1740 reciprocal centimeter. Means the conjugation will make the bond weaker and will need less energy for the absorption. And so along with that, we will get a CO stretching of the carbon oxygen single bond, and here you will get the peak around 1300 to 1000 reciprocal centimeter. Means in this we will get the two prominent peaks, and depending upon the structure of the compound, whether it is conjugated or non-conjugated, these two values will vary from each other. So this is of ester. Then comes your aldehydes. In aldehydes, we will see that it is the RC double bond OH. And so in aldehydes, the carbonyl stretching frequency is one of the prominent frequency which we are going to get for aldehydes, and that is around 1720 to 1740, which is less to a lower frequency than the ester, because here there is only one electron donating group. But apart from this, a prominent carbonyl carbon hydrogen, this you will get in the region of 2700 to 2900, 2700 to 2900 reciprocal centimeter, and this is the most important characteristic to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones, where this frequency will not be shown in the ketones. So here, if we just have an example or a change, let's suppose here acetaldehyde. The carbonyl stretching frequency in acetaldehydes, it will be around 1720 reciprocal centimeter. But when the substituent on this halogen of the hydrogen atoms of this will be changed by the electronegative atoms, means here what will happen? This exerts the electron withdrawing inductive effect, minus I effect. So this minus I effect operates very strongly and attracts this electron density, where the carbonyl group becomes more stronger and the absorption shifts towards a higher frequency, that is 1730 reciprocal centimeter. Means the change in the, so this absorbs at high frequency and this absorbs at a lower frequency, because here there is a plus I effect which is operating and here minus I effect is operating. And so these things, in addition to this, we are going to get the aldehydic absorption frequency. So depending upon the structural features in the molecule, the absorption frequencies may vary slightly towards a higher or lower frequency depending upon the nature of these groups. Then comes your ketone. Now, if the basic change in the structure of the aldehydes and ketones, in aldehydes there is only one electron donating group, but here there are two electron donating groups, and so the carbonyl carbon stretching frequency, it shifts towards 1710 to 1715 reciprocal centimeter, means to a lower frequency than the aldehydic carbonyl group. Carbonyl group of aldehyde shows absorption frequency in this higher frequency, and here in ketones it is at a lower frequency. And so it's a most useful peak in the IR spectra or the IR spectrum of all the ketones. So here it is the important, only the change in environment may shift this absorption frequencies. Or here we can just have an example, that is the ethyl methyl ketone. So in this ethyl methyl ketone, the carbonyl stretching frequency here it is 1720 reciprocal centimeter. But if there is a slight change in the structure, that if there is a conjugation in this molecule, if there is a slight change in this structure, see here, due to this conjugation, the carbonyl stretching frequency shifts towards a very higher, a lower frequency, towards a higher frequency, that is 1790 reciprocal centimeter. So the absorption frequency may change or it may vary depending upon the nature of the structure. So the conjugation will shift it towards a higher frequency. It will shift towards a lower frequency, not towards the higher frequency, because in conjugation the shifting of the group, it lowers the frequency. So it is 1710 reciprocal centimeter, 1710 reciprocal centimeter, because this electron density is donated here and this is shifted here in this way. So it shifts towards a lower frequency, not towards the higher frequency. It shifts towards a lower frequency because conjugation leads into the decreasing the absorption frequency. The energy needed is less, here the energy needed is more. And so in this way, these structural features will affect the absorption frequencies of the different molecules. Then comes your amides. So in amides, that is amides, that is RC double bond ONH2. Here amide containing a NH2 group, though it is a basic in nature, but the molecule is neutral. We have studied all these things in 12th FYBSc, because this undergoes a resonating structure, means the double bond character of the carbonyl group is converted into a single bond character by shifting of a lone pair of electron, and so these are the resonating structures of amide, and that's why the carbonyl stretching frequency in amides is around 1680 to 1700, that is towards a very lower frequency. It shifts the absorption towards the lower frequency. So in this way, the amides, along with this, you will get a strong NH band around 3300, 3200 to 3500 reciprocal centimeter. Here you will get a NH stretching frequency around 32 to 3500 reciprocal centimeter in NH. It may be primary, secondary, or tertiary, and so the distinguishing feature of the primary, secondary, and tertiary amines can be seen in the spectra. Along with that, you will get CO, NH, and apart from that, you will get CN stretching frequency, and this CN stretching frequency is seen in the range of the 1030 to 1230 reciprocal centimeter. So this is again one of the important band that is going to be seen, and the rest of the compounds, that is the aromatic compounds, we have seen that the aromatic compounds are showing the carbon-carbon stretching frequency around the 1500 to 1600 reciprocal centimeter, and it will also indicate the absorption pattern of the uh, carbon hydrogen bending vibrations, that will be around 675 to 900 reciprocal centimeter, means a CH bending you will be seen in the region that is 675 to 900 reciprocal centimeter, and depending upon the type of substitution, we have seen the values for the monosubstituted, disubstituted, orthodisubstituted, metadisubstituted, and paradisubstituted compounds. And so in this way, these are the different types of absorption frequencies of the different functional groups that we have mostly covered, all the different functional groups that are present in the organic compound. Now this is not only the thing, but here we have seen that the conjugation affects the electronegativity factor of the substituents, affects the absorption frequencies of this. So what are the different factors affecting IR frequencies? So the what are the different factors that are affecting the absorption frequency? So we have seen that the stretching frequency of the chemical bond depends upon the bond strength, reduced masses of the atoms, bond strength and reduced masses of the atom forming bond. Means these are the most important things. By Hooke's law, we have seen that this stretching frequency of the chemical bond, it depends on the bond strength and reduced masses of the atom, and any factor that will increase the bond strength will increase the stretching frequency. Means if bond strength increases, it will increase stretching frequency. And if bond strength decreases, it will decrease the stretching frequency. So in this way, for the any functional group in an organic molecule, the types of bonds and the atoms involved in the bonds the stretching frequency of at each of these given functional group will vary or it will change. So the different factors that are affecting the stretching frequencies are the inductive effect, inductive effect, resonance effect, resonance effect, and in this it will be inductive effect may be your electron withdrawing inductive effect, that is minus I effect or plus I effect, means here plus or minus I and here plus or minus R effect is going to operate. The third factor, that is hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bonding, it is whether intermolecular or intramolecular, that is going to play an important role. And the fourth factor, that is the steric effect, that is the steric effect. And so this all the different factors are going to determine the absorption frequencies, or they will affect the absorption frequencies of the different bonds in the molecules. So how we are going to deal with this? So the first factor, that is the inductive effect, inductive effect. So we have seen in the inductive effect and a very simple example, that is the aldehydes and ketones. In these two molecules only, if we just deal with, we will get the factor. Here the carbonyl group of this acetaldehyde shows the absorption frequency at 1720 reciprocal centimeter, where the carbonyl group of ketone shows this absorption at 1710 reciprocal centimeter. Means this shows the absorption towards a lower frequency and this shows at a higher frequency, because here there is only one electron donating group, but here there are two electron donating groups, means the two positively inductive effects, and here only one in electron donating group is there, and that's why the plus I effect is here. This electron donating or the plus I effect decreases this double bond character, decreases this double bond character, means electrons are donated and the double bond character is decreased, and so the absorption needs less energy. Here the only one electron donating group is there, that's why it shows the absorption towards a very high frequency. Means in this way, if you just deal with this. But another example which we have seen, that the CH2Cl means chloroacetaldehyde. This will show the absorption towards a higher frequency, because here there is a minus I effect which is operating. The plus I effect has been converted to minus I, and so electron withdrawing effect, and so this will increase the absorption frequency from 1720 to 1730 reciprocal centimeter. Means only one group is present, that's why it increases slightly. But if this are increased, means Cl, Cl and this Cl, and here if you see that it is very strong and it goes around 1790 reciprocal centimeter, and so the absorption frequency goes on increasing as the minus I effect, here minus I effect increases, so the stretching frequency also increases, or the absorption takes place towards a higher frequency. In this way, this inductive effect operates in this way. So in another words, or in another examples that we can just check, suppose here this is your acetone. Acetone shows the higher absorption at 1710 reciprocal centimeter of this carbonyl group. Then chloroacetone means both the chlorine atoms are present. Here there are electron donating, electron withdrawing, here it is electron donating, means plus I effect is operating, and here minus I effect is operating, and this minus I effect is so strong that this absorption frequency shifts towards a very higher frequency, that is 1828 reciprocal centimeter. And if you just change the type of electron withdrawing groups from chlorine to fluorine, this is still more electron negative, and that's why this absorption frequency shifts towards 1928 reciprocal centimeter. So you are supposed to compare with all these factors. So here the minus I effect is more stronger, it is more stronger, it is more stronger than chlorine, and chlorine is more stronger than this because here it is electron donating, here it is electron withdrawing, and here it is strongly electron withdrawing, and so the absorption shifts towards a very higher frequency. So thank you very much. We will continue in the next lecture with the different factor, that is the resonance effect.